Imagine the skill it took to create this. I couldn't create this because I'm really not interested in it. But somebody was. I'm interested in money and how to create wealth through real estate, and therefore I started at zero and I developed the skills until eventually I got great at it. And I want to show you the 3 fundamental skills that you need for you to invest in real estate. For every great deal that you find, one great deal, you're going to have to look at least 100 bad deals. And there are so many properties to look at. How do you know what a good deal and a bad deal is? That's part of the process, the skill you have to develop on how to find a great deal. And there are 5 areas of analysis that you need to learn about. Number 1, you need to learn about the price. Is it above or below the market? What is the market? You've got to learn how to do that. What about the condition of the property? Is it in a good enough or a bad enough condition for you to be able to fix it up and still make a profit? What about the financing? Where does the down payment come from? Can you qualify for the mortgage loans? Understanding financing is really a part of the process of finding a good deal. What about its location? If it's in a bad location, should you really buy it? If it's in a good location, what is a good location? That's part of the process of finding the right deal. And finally, I want you to know about the seller's flexibility. I'm going to teach you a secret right now. If you can meet with that seller and really understand that seller's problem, you can buy a property 10% below the market. I mean, what? The realtor is usually in the middle between you and the seller. And therefore, you never get to have an interaction with that seller so they know who you are. They know whether or not you're reliable or not, whether or not you're kind of person they want to trust. Most of the time, the realtor kills that process. And it's very difficult to get the realtor to let you meet with the seller, and sometimes you can't. But if you can discover the seller's flexibility, and that's part of the finding process. This area, that's the area of maximum value. That means if you know all these answers to all these questions, you can find a better deal. If you want to learn more about these 5 areas of analysis, I've created another video for you that goes into much more depth. But you need to know these 5 areas if you really want to get great deals. Once you find a stellar deal, money should never be the reason that you don't get it, because there are more than 50 ways to fund those deals. There's all kinds of ways that I teach, the 50 nothing down techniques. You know, there's lender financing, there's buyer can leave the money in where you don't have to come up with all of the money. Sometimes you make an offer to buy a property with nothing down, and the seller says, I don't know you, I don't know if I can trust you. And you say, well, let me get a life insurance policy on me so that if ever I pass away, the money goes to you so that you can secure this real estate deal. So in other words, there's just a mindset you need to understand when it comes to financing. A different mindset than in the traditional real estate arena. A traditional retail realtor will just tell you one technique. That's go get a mortgage from a mortgage broker. That's one note on the piano. What I want you to know is there are 50 different notes that you can play, 50 different techniques you can use to fund that real estate deal. I've met lots of real estate investors, beginners, and they get started and they don't do any studying, don't have any coaching. They run out in the marketplace and think they found a great deal. They buy it, they tie it up, and then they realize it wasn't a great deal. It was actually overpriced. It was a dog, and they ended up with a property they don't want. And the problem with that is they didn't follow my advice. And I want you to follow my advice when it comes to this, that you need to learn how to farm it. You got to be a farmer of real estate. That's what you're doing. You're finding a property, and you're going to generate profits from it. You either find it and flip it and make an immediate chunk of cash, or you find it and rent it out so you can get cash flow. And most people, they don't go the next step. They bought it, and now what do I do with it? And therefore they end up selling it and losing a ton of money. It's just not smart. So you've got to be good at these 3 skills. You've got to be good at finding deals. You've got to be good at funding deals. And then you've got to be good at farming those deals so they turn into cash flow or chunks of cash. You know, all the things we've been talking about, finding, funding, farming, are found in this book. It's one of my best books ever. It's called The Challenge, where it contains all the charts and graphs and techniques and strategies and secrets to help you as a beginner get started in real estate investing. Click on this link right now. Get it. It's going to land on your doorstep, and you can get started right now. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Subscribe so you'll learn a lot more, and check out this next video.